The title is within reach, and on This Week in the NPSL, we will tell you who is just 2 wins from the national championship. In a loaded Midwest region, the lowest seed is the one that is moving on to the Final Four. We will show you how Duluth FC worked overtime to punch their ticket to the national semifinals. We will see who Duluth is squaring off against this weekend as we bring you highlights from last weekend's South Region semifinals, as well as the final between Little Rock and Miami FC 2. In the West, FCM Portland was looking to keep their Cinderella story alive with a visit to surging Orange County FC. Highlights from their high-scoring affair are ahead. That winner's opponent would come from the Northeast, where 2 powerhouses clashed in the Big Apple for the regional title. All the highlights, plus more postseason awards, are next on This Week in the NPSL. Welcome to our final in-studio edition of This Week in the NPSL. I'm your host, Paul Boron, and boy, do we have some thrilling highlights for you. And we start in the Midwest, where 2 of the top 5 teams in our national power rankings reside, Minneapolis City SC and AFC Ann Arbor. But would either be claiming the Midwestern title when the weekend was over? Let's find out. 17th minute, Duluth midfielder getting the ball and playing it through to Kyle Farrar, who is one-on-one and puts the shot underneath the keeper to give Duluth the lead. Minneapolis was playing a man down up until this goal because one of their starters had an equipment issue. Later in the half, Minneapolis holding possession at the edge of the Duluth box. They get a clear shot on goal, but right at Jan Hoffellner. 36th minute, Brandon McGarity receives a long ball from his defender, takes a touch around the Duluth defender who goes down as he passes him, and McGarity takes the ball down the wing and cuts in, finishing near corner. And we are even at 1 at the end of regulation. Minneapolis gets one of the best opportunities since they equalized as McGarity plays a ball into his attacking counterpart but can't get it past Hoffellner. Later in extra time, Duluth with some nice play to get the ball out wide into a dangerous area, and their cross is blocked by the Minneapolis defender, but the referee calls handball and gives Duluth the penalty, and Ricardo Ramos puts it away to take the lead in the 115th minute. Frustration for Minneapolis City, joy for Duluth as they win 2-1. Second semifinal head host AFC Ann Arbor against Cleveland SC. 24th minute, Cleveland gets a free kick around the corner spot, and Vinny Bell gets a free header but can't find the net. 27th minute, Chris Odiambo sends it out to Yuri Farkas on the wing, who then beats his defender and makes a shot to the near post that forces Mario Musa to make a save. 28th minute, Bell plays a nice ball from the wing into the path of Admir Suljovic, who has a one-on-one with Nick Berry but sends his shot over the bar. 40th minute, Cleveland clears the ball from their own third, but Serchan Sheehan plays a high ball back to Farkas, who makes a clever turn to get an open volley, hits it towards the lower corner, but Musa gets a glove on it to put it out for a corner. 54th minute, Sheehan starts an attack by playing a ball to Farkas, who has a skillful touch back to Sheehan, who uses his speed to go between 2 Cleveland defenders, finds a wide open Serge Gamwanya at the top of the box, and he takes a one-touch shot that goes into the bottom corner for the first goal of the game. As time is winding down, tempers flare, and the scuffle results in a few yellow cards and a straight red for the Cleveland keeper. The game ends 1-0 and puts Ann Arbor through to the final, where they would face Duluth FC. And Duluth in the 13th minute would get the first opportunity, a strike off a corner when Ryan Tyrer heads the cross into the far corner of the net. 23rd minute, Ann Arbor equalizes after their corner is cleared out and eventually finds the feet of Stanley Okomu, who plays a cross into Chris Odiambo, who gets a glancing header to sneak past Hoffellner near post. It's 1-1. 24th minute, immediately after the Ann Arbor scored, Duluth plays a long ball in off the kickoff into Joe Watt, who crosses it in, and Jack Colley tries to get a foot on it but accidentally deflects the ball past an unexpected Nick Berry to give Duluth their second goal. 40th minute, Duluth capitalizes off an Ann Arbor mistake when Brino tries to pass it back to Berry, but it falls short and is taken by Kyle Farrar, who is met by Berry. The ball is deflected out to Brooks Rice, whose shot is blocked by Okumu, but bounces back to Farrar, who has an open net and gives Duluth their third goal. Just 2 minutes later, it's Ann Arbor's turn for a quick reply as Alec Lisinski takes a free kick from a good distance outside the box, plays a great ball into the box, and Jack Colley is able to get a piece of it with his head, goes inside the far post for Ann Arbor's second. 90th minute, deep into stoppage time, Ann Arbor is given a throw in deep in Duluth territory, taken by a Kyle Brettmeyer. He throws it into the box for a diving Jack Colley, who is able to flick it on to Azaz Liati, who volleys it right into the goal as he's falling down to send the game to extra time. Extra time showed no goals, so the game went to a PK shootout after 2 saves by Hofellner. Liam Moore is able to net the final goal and give Duluth the win and send them to the semifinals. So it wasn't the result the home side was hoping for, but a thrilling weekend of action in Ann Arbor, and we thank AFC Ann Arbor for providing all of the great highlights. When we come back, we will head to the South region, where Laredo Heat SC has been perfect this season. But would that continue all the way to a South region championship? We have that story next.
Keep up to date on the NPSL with scores, stats, schedules, and exclusive content on the brand new NPSL.com. Visit NPSL.com to browse our dedicated ticket platform, read up on team news from around the country, and view the latest episode of This Week in the NPSL.
Welcome back to This Week in the NPSL, and we head to the South, and we're going to start with highlights of the 2 semifinals, which were contested last Tuesday. The Heartland Conference champs from Little Rock headed to Laredo to face the Lone Star champs, and the Southeast Conference title winners from Atlanta visited Sunshine champion Miami FC 2. When the week was over, which of those 4 would call themselves South champions? We start in Laredo. 31st minute, Trevor Reed gets the visitors on the board first after a great effort down the right wing for the first goal of the game. All the way to the 87th minute, Laredo is pressing for the equalizer, and the ball ends up on the foot of Radave Murray, and he puts it away. We are headed to extra time. Just 5 minutes remaining, and the Rangers drop a corner into the box. It pinballs around, and Donald Benamna finds Pater. That is the goal that sends Little Rock to the South Finals and hands Laredo its lone loss of the season in a spectacular debut in the NPSL. So who would the Rangers play? Atlanta visiting Miami, 22nd minute, and Miami off of the short corner gets it to Sean McFarland, and he volleys it home. That would be the game winner. They would add an insurance marker in the 81st from Christopher Turpak. Miami FC 2 beats Atlanta 2-0. To the South Final as Little Rock makes the long trip to South Florida, 21st minute. Jaime Chavez with the back post run and the easy put away to put the hosts up 1-0. They get a second from Dylan Morris in the 41st minute, and then the icing on the cake in the 85th minute as Dario Suarez slots it home, and Miami is the South Region champs, and they hoist the hardware, winning 3-0.
I think we were good. You know, we came out and we made a point of coming out, hot to this game, because we thought, if we get ahead, we're very good defensively, we're quite hard to break down, and we're good at keeping the ball, so it's very difficult for teams to get back into the game if we can get ahead. So getting the first goal was really important, getting the second one was important, and then second half we managed to, it's been a long week with 3 games in this heat, and we managed to manage the minutes a little bit in the second half. So to get the third goal as well and the guy come on and make a difference, it's really pleasing.
Miami advances to the national semifinals, and that is where we will be next week as Miami FC 2 hosts Duluth FC at 7 p.m. Eastern Time for a spot in the finals. We will have all of the highlights and reaction from the Magic City. Before we head there, let's take a look back at our NPSL Goal of the Year, and here is the winner. Fort Worth Vaqueros FC midfielder Jamie Lovegrove's June 23rd goal against FC Brownsville has been selected as the 2018 NPSL Goal of the Year. The selection was made through online voting by teams, media members, fans, and supporters. Congrats to Jamie. When we come back, if you like goals, and lots of them, then the West Final will be right up your alley. Orange County FC and FCM Portland battle in a thriller next.
Passage is the official ticket provider of the NPSL and powers the league's dedicated ticketing platform. Support live local soccer by visiting tickets.npsl.com to find tickets to NPSL matches near you directly from NPSL teams.
Welcome back to This Week in the NPSL. It's time for the West Region Final that featured two teams that weren't exactly among the highest scoring teams in the league, but you wouldn't know it when FCM Portland and Orange County FC met Saturday night. 10th minute and OCFC with a breakaway, 2 on the keeper, and Alessandro Canale gets the tap in, 1-0 for the hosts. 18th minute, Freddie Braun with the flick-on header that finds the net, and it's 1-1. 2 minutes later, Portland on the counter, and somehow this Christian Thyron shot finds pay dirt, 2-1 to the visitors. 28th minute, Orange County pulls level on this easy finish by captain Michael Bryant. It's 2-2. But a minute later, Portland goes back up 3-2 as Alex White gets the goal. Then the hosts answer in the 35th minute. Dakota Collins sneaks behind the Portland back line and sneaks in the equalizer. Take a breather, folks. It's 3-3 at the half. 53rd minute, Orange County grabs the lead as Cody Shelton's volley just finds the inside of the post. It's 4-3 OCFC. 60th minute, ball bouncing around and it goes off of Freddie Braun's head and has just enough to deflect in. It's 4-4. 78th minute, Reed McKenna is all alone at the top of the sixth. He gets the finish. It's 5-4 Portland. And then in stoppage time, the insurance goal, Luis Galliano. And it's 6-4. FCM Portland is the West Region champion. So an incredible final between both squads, and congrats to FCM Portland on advancing to the semifinals. And when we return, we will find out who their opponent will be as two Northeast heavyweights with one loss between them met in the final.
Keep up to date on the NPSL with scores, stats, schedules, and exclusive content on the brand new NPSL.com. Visit NPSL.com to browse our dedicated ticket platform, read up on team news from around the country, and view the latest episode of This Week in the NPSL.
So congratulations to all of our Region 11 teams, and next week we will have our National 11 and our Golden Ball winner. And we have our Supporter of the Year as well, so make sure you go to NPSL.com to vote and look at all of the awards winners. But we have one more spot in the semifinals to fill, and that comes from the Northeast, where New York Cosmos B hasn't lost all season. FC Motown only suffered one loss this year, so it figured to be a final worthy of the big stage in the Big Apple. Teams scoreless at the break, but FC Motown jumps on the board first. In the 53rd minute, Walter Calderon on the far post gets the goal and the 1-0 lead for the visitors. They make it 2-0 in the 61st minute, ball over the top, and Christopher Katona turns on the Jets, gets to it, and puts it away. 77th minute, FC Motown gets an insurance marker, one that they would need as Dilly Duca converts the PK. It's 3-0. But then the late sub, Ivan Bertarami, single-handedly tries to will the Cosmos back in as he gets not one but 2 goals in stoppage time, but the Cosmos can't pull off the miracle comeback, and FC Motown is your Northeast Region champions. That sets up semifinal number 2, kicking off at 7:30 Eastern Time in New Jersey at Drew University. We will have the highlights and post-match thoughts next week. So our semifinals are set, and we will have complete coverage from both venues next week as we come to you from Miami next week on This Week in the NPSL.